Hello, it's your girl Tiny Tab checking in for episode number 16 of She Thought She Could, So She Did podcast. And if you are listening in real time, you know that this is a off day for podcasting. Like it's a big old Wednesday. But I'm checking in with a mini-so just to let you know that I'm still here and I hope you are as well. I was flipping out last week. Let me just tell you, the podcast almost wasn't a thing, y'all. And for a few different reasons, I just didn't know if this was something I could handle anymore. I didn't know if I wanted to show up and do it anymore. I just was battling a lot with the thing. But what I realized in the battle was, okay, number one, new listeners are tuning in and joining the movement every day. And so if this is your first episode, you have 15 episodes to catch up on. So me taking that small break to realign really wasn't that big of a deal, because then you would have had 17 episodes to catch up on. So that was one thing that kind of brought me back in and brought me back up to speed, because there's plenty of podcasts that I've subscribed to and they're on episode 200. And so I just perused back to catch up. So I'm like, okay, my listeners have to catch up. Okay, Tabitha. That's number one. Number two is, during the time that I was not producing content last week, so that was 2 episodes. I did not do a Monday mini-sode and I did not do a Thursday episode. I got so much feedback. I mean, screenshots and reviews and all types of things that really reminded me why, one, I created this platform, and two, why I can't leave this platform. And so I needed that. And I'm not one that needs someone to always be saying, congratulations, keep going, all of that. I am very much motivated from the inside. Intrinsic motivation is all here, okay? Because for the first few years not even the first few years, honestly, for a very long time, I've just dared to be different and do things that are so outside of the norm that a lot of times even people that support me and love me, all that, don't even know how to support me. And that's a testimony for most creatives. A lot of times, sometimes people don't know how to support you in your efforts because things kind of seem a lot over the place or something like that, or it's just different. And so I'm very much motivated from the inside, but I just didn't know where this was going. I didn't know where I was going. I just didn't know. And so it was good to get some feedback, positive feedback, get some shout outs on some people's stories and things like that, just to remind me why I'm doing this. Okay. And number 3, life was happening. And number 3 segues into my message for you today, which is a very short message, and it's just simply show up and do what you're supposed to be doing. And a lot of times we do things that don't serve us. And so I want you to rid all of those things that don't serve you. If you're doing things and they don't align with your mission, your purpose, your values, definitely get rid of those things. But the things that you're doing that you know are aligned with who you are and who you want to be, keep doing them. Even when it gets hard, even when you don't want to, even when you want to throw in the towel, even when you are over it, keep doing it, keep showing up, and I promise you will see a return on your investment. You will not get instant gratification all the time, but you will see a return on your investment when you are consistent, when you are showing up, and when you are giving your all to whatever that thing is. That's it. That's the message. Simply show up and show out. And so before we get off this episode, I want to just shout out a few podcasts that I am loving and I need you to love too, or to check out and see if they align with you and can help you out. New Geechee with Kiki. I interviewed her. Podcast is popping. You guys need to get on there. She's authentic, she's real, and she highlights some amazing young professionals who are doing a plethora of great things. 731 with Sasha Simmons will snatch your life and snatch your life all the way together. I'm not sure how long she will be doing it, but right now she is doing episodes daily and they are under 20 minutes, but they are powerful. Her voice is powerful. Her message is powerful. Just all power all together, okay? And my third one is going to be Sarah Jakes with Woman Evolve. Her recent episode, she features her husband, and it is a great episode. I mean, it's off the chain. And one thing I'm going to highlight from the episode is the whole Snoop Dogg's album thing, gospel album thing. And her husband brought a really good word about the power of influence. So Snoop Dogg has about 22 million followers. Don't quote that number, but that's close. And he said, you can add up all the pastors, all the spiritual leaders, all of that good stuff together, and if they had a joint account, it would not be 22 million people. So you have to realize the influence that Snoop has versus his past or versus his other platforms, and embracing that. Furthermore, if you are aligned with the spirit, you know that we're not here to judge. I love the word, and I like certain things about spirituality, and sometimes I share certain things about that, but that's not my whole life and my whole platform. But that doesn't mean I can't minister to someone. That doesn't mean that we can't share, a good word together. No. Who are we? Tasha Cobbs, I think that's how you say her name, has a song, and the first time I saw that it was featuring Nicki, I was like, okay, what is this? But the song is great, and I like it, and so I listen to it. And so we just can't get so caught up on that, oh, because he was a rapper, oh, because he was a thug, or because she was a this, that, and the third. That don't matter. You can be ministered through so many things. For example, Cardi. I'm not sure if I agree with how Cardi's gotten to the top, but she's gotten there, and she's worked hard, and she made it do what it do, and she proved a whole bunch of people wrong in the process, and now she's where she is. I don't know if she's going to be a one-hit wonder for a short time, here today, gone tomorrow. I don't know, but she has a testimony as to how when you work hard and you set your mind to something and you go for it, you can get it. So sometimes we have to pull pieces from things. We don't have to take the whole situation. That's just a word for you. And so then I'm going to give you 3 podcasts that I listen to strictly for business. And I mean, not necessarily strictly for business. I enjoy their personalities as well, but these podcasts will give you some tidbits and tricks and tips and ways to level up your business, leverage your skills, stack your team. So if you are in the entrepreneurial realm, creative entrepreneur, or social entrepreneur, or a new business owner, or developing a personal brand for yourself, check out Jenna Kutcher. Check out Jenna Kutcher. She's awesome. Great tips. Also, Natalie with Biz Chicks podcast. Stemming from that is also a podcast called Stacking Your Team that's really awesome. And then Amy Porterfield is really good with webinars, and she has a recent episode that's featuring Caitlin Batcher, who is awesome at Facebook groups. And if you are not on the wave of how Facebook algorithms are about to change yet again, you need to tap in, figure it out, because having Facebook groups and intentional small spaces is going to benefit you more than Facebook business pages. If you don't already have a large following with a lot of engagement, it's going to be really hard to catch up on this wave. So look into Facebook groups and continue to grow your email list, because on any of these social platforms, we don't own these followers, and these things can be here today, gone tomorrow. So definitely work on getting an email list for your business so that you are able to connect with your clients in that manner. Okay? Do that. All right. And remember what we said earlier. Show up, even when you don't want to. When it's the hardest thing and you're like, blah, I don't want to. Do it anyways. Consistency compounds. All right, until next time. See ya.